Sit back, get real comfy, take a second
Okay,
to
so welcome to
embrace your
another
edges.
episode
Embrace.
of Embrace Your Edges. I am Hillary in Ontario, Canada.
And I'm Colette in Ontario, Canada as well.
We always try to trip Colette up. So today, again, remember to like and subscribe. I'm gonna point the right direction. Losing my finger. There we go. Remember to like and subscribe, hit that subscription button, and we can check me out here on YouTube as well as on Spotify. Today we're going to have some fun, looking at some dating trendings, 2024 and 2025. Some new stuff that's going on out there. I'm always about the relationships now, and we're gonna actually examine trending apps and see how far we get into it. So let's start about talking about the whole new idea of dating because dating has gone cyber girl. Okay. And I remember back in my time, it was more of in person dating where you have to like meet somebody somewhere, or they always say go to church, find somebody. Then they started out with that phone dating. It was more of, um, you know, you would meet someone, it would be online, but it would more like be in a program suit, and then you would have to give them your phone number and everything, and then you start texting each other, or sorry, using a pager. Okay, I'm dating myself. And then things started to advance, and people didn't trust it because it was like, wow, I'm gonna go on a computer and date somebody, and they had, what was that? What was that website? The first major one. It was before Facebook. Um,
um,
oh gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but it was where everyone would go to meet people. And what?
MSN?
No, before that, because you had AOL. AOL has its own thing, but before that, they had this social media platform that was before Facebook, and then Facebook drowned it out, and that's where we ended up with Facebook now. But anyways, it's probably going to come back to me. And then things started to creep more and more and more in. But now we have, we're set to embrace this new transformative trend of contra dating, relationship. And this is where it's more about uh, different types of horizons in dating, and so we're gonna talk about that. So let's talk about breaking the mold. We're gonna look at this YouTube news article, and it talks about how contrast dating challenges the notion of having a specific type when seeking romantic connections. And so they rely solely on physical perspective or preferences and can limit the dating pool. So physical attributions change over time, but core values remain constant. By embracing contra dating, individuals might find themselves exploring or exposed to new outlooks on life, diverse relationships, and unexplored interests. So that is the new thing about contra dating. So we're gonna dig into the whole contra dating aspect, and yeah, I'll
A
take it from
number of
there.
redefining relationship norms. So 2024 signals a shift in attitudes towards age gap relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Bumble's survey reveals that 63% of users no longer see age as the defining factor in dating.
And we know what
And
Bumble is, right? Bumble is an app. That's. Are we going to go? Are we going to do Bumble as well? We're going to do Bumble in one of those demonstrations.
I don't think it was actually nominated.
Oh
Oh, it is
wow!
actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is
It
actually.
is okay. Okay, so we'll dig into that deep more when we get at it. Go on, continue.
So the year encourages letting go of preconceived rules about partner age,
Mm-hmm.
focusing instead on shared values and personal goals. Celebrity examples such as Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds underscore that age gaps can enhance relationships, challenging stereotypes and fostering genuine connections. I actually did not know that they were like
That
far
age
from it.
difference.
Yeah, age gap. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
but let me ask you a question. What's your number? What's your max and your medium? Like, minimum age and maximum age that you would date.
I would say, well, honestly, it gets to be, yeah, younger, like 2 years younger, like right
2 years.
now
Uh
for
huh.
me. Yeah,
2 years younger. And what about older?
older. Same thing, 2 years
Two
older.
years. You're like a 4 years great gap. You either two in
Yeah,
and two out.
I think for me, as long as we're in the same um
Era.
generation,
Yeah.
they can relate on some things,
That's very important because I've dated, 12 years older. I've dated 12 years older, and
Oh,
although we have a lot of things that we both shared in experience wise, had him being older than me, we didn't relate well. Like things that I found exciting, he already did it, and wondering what the hell is wrong with me, you know. So, uh, it takes for me. I'm not saying for everybody because everybody's different now, but for me, it took away a lot from the relationship because I couldn't relate to the excitement that I was experiencing because
mhm.
he's already experienced it. And then I've I've only dated a couple of months younger.
Yeah.
I think the youngest person I've ever dated was a year younger. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and I've had other people approach me now. I had this one guy approach me. He was 20, 22 years old.
Oh wow.
Talking about age is just a number. I said, you older than my kids. Yeah, that was just, I was like, no. And he goes, well, no one's going to be able. I said, no, 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 dear. It's okay. And then you start talking to him about, it's okay, honey. Thank you, dear.
But I think that's when it's awkward is when your kids are the same age as them.
Yeah. Well,
Well, for the kids, I think it'll be awkward for them.
yeah. And another funny story is my son,
Hmm.
who's 26 years old. People always mistake him as my husband.
Oh my goodness.
And he goes, I don't know how to take that. He goes, I don't know if they say that you look young or I look old. I don't know. And it happens all the time to the point where he doesn't even like going out with me anymore. Because it happens every time. It doesn't matter. Especially if we have the dog with us.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yeah. It's like, who is this mommy and daddy? They're talking to the dog, right? Is that mommy and daddy? I said, no, it's grandma and daddy. Oh, Lord. Poor kid. So and even his friends used to think that I was his sister. His friends talking about his sister, and yeah, poor kid. So yeah, I've been banned for going out to him in public. Anyways, let's go on. Now the micro flirting. That's a new one. That's a new trend that's out there. The subtle art of connection that they have. It was a writing. It started up in 2024 this year, and it involved like subtle, not so obvious clues of like gauge interest. So it's a growing trend, interest in that form of flirting. Examples includes, for example, small subtle change in your body language. Like it's supposed to be subtle, and it offered that protective buffer against rejection, allowing individuals to navigate the complex terrain of romantic interests with finesse. So just in case you're doing this and looking at the dude and he's like, and you be like,
That's hilarious.
right? I was just
Yeah.
looking at my braids. I wasn't flirting with you. Why are you looking at me for? And then you get a little stink attitude and giving that
Yeah.
up. Like, right? So, or it could be like, looking at your nails and looking at the person, and the person look at you and they give you that look. You be like, what my nails need doing? you
Yeah.
know? So it's that subtle, it's a very, very subtle thing, and some people miss it because
Right.
they're not looking for it. What do you think of that one?
I feel like it's like I don't know. I think it kind of messes with your self esteem.
What do you mean? Explain.
Like in the sense of like I don't know. I guess at the same time you not that confident. I don't know.
Well, I think
Or
yeah, I mean, you brought up a good point. I think it will work well for people that have a low self esteem or is shy and don't want to go through that rejection because that's what it really protects. It is that interest that you can do with finesse where and you can kind of buffer out the rejection piece, right? So
Yeah,
I guess if
that's
you're
true.
really shy or have anxiety or whatever, that's a really good one to use. Where if you it is there is a rejection, the only person that would know the rejection is happening is probably you.
Right.
But you don't have to let on that you are being rejected because you can play it
Hmm.
off as something totally different. So that's it's interesting.
Yeah.
Um, and we're trying to move away from ghosting. Ghosting. Have you ever been ghost?
No.
I've never been ghost, but have you done any ghosting?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I'm actually pretty good.
I did it because it was
Yeah.
necessary. Okay. Um, because when you tell a person no and they don't listen,
Hmm.
and you gotta like really, really tell them no. So sometimes that is something that it just happens.
Yeah.
Ghost. It was a common thing in 2023. Uh,
Yeah.
and now they're considered outdated because of all people are more woke and trying to be more mindful about mental health and a little bit more open when it comes to dating. It impacts its self confidence for sure, and it can be considered a red flag for others, right?
Yeah.
Um, it encouraged mature conversation, so people have gone from ghosting to having an actual conversation. Now I don't know which one is better for some people because I'm a very direct person.
Yeah.
As I said, that particular person that I ghosted was for my own mental health, because he wasn't taking no for an answer, and it became more of a safety issue for myself. And so I said, you know what, this is wipeout, complete block
Yeah.
out. Um, so now we're more kind of encouraging that mature conversation, addressing things and concerns directly.
Yeah.
There's that TikTok trend that's going around, hashtag ghosted. Have you seen that?
That's
Yeah, and it's a way of people sharing their experience and coping with it. It's a coping mechanism, kind of
right.
making light of what has happened and creating that sense of community around the idea of being ghosts. So either people have either been ghost or have ghosted. So either way, it's kind of like going through that and having that conversation around it without conversating and making light of that. What do you think about mental health and dating?
Mental health. Well, with experiences like ghosting impacting mental health, um, 2024 sees a surge in users prioritizing their self care, which is really good because
Yeah.
you have to make sure that you are okay before you can even let someone else in your life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you are not okay mentally and you let someone in, then you're also going to be traumatizing yourself too.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I'm ghosting right now too. This thing is like all over the place. You see, I don't know what's going on today for some reason. Like I am fluttering and flashing. So sorry about that, everybody. Go on.
Bumble's survey highlights that 58% of users are becoming more self aware and conscious when dating. The
Mm-hmm.
concept of slow dating, where emotional connections are built gradually in a pressure free environment, gains popularity.
Mm-hmm.
This approach safeguards mental well being, promoting a healthier dating experience.
Yeah.
I can actually speak for myself, and that's actually currently what I'm in right now. So,
What do you mean?
yeah, and definitely it's more. You take your pace. You know what I mean? Like just making sure communication, having building that communication.
Yeah. My slow dating was very very slow. Years, years and years of dating, and um, with happy results, really great
Hmm.
results. You get to understand each other more, and I love
Yeah,
when there is communication and conversation within the relationship where you can have you can speak freely with that person and don't feel judged or feel as though if you say something you're going to be judged. It kind of takes away from that anxiety of as I have to be perfect or
right.
all the time. And
Hmm.
so I really do encourage that. because the less pressure you have inside the relationship, because we already have enough problems and pressures in society. You don't
Right.
want
That's
to bring that home with you. And so, if you can have a support system within your relationship, that makes not only the relationship better, but also your mental health a little bit more sound and give you that comfort and that healthiness and that emotion. It impacts the emotion piece more uh, profoundly because it's like now you have a support system within your relationship, you know,
right.
and it's built on authentic understanding, and
Yeah.
which makes it even more healthier relationships. I love the idea of prioritizing mental health in dating, and we need to.
Yeah.
And what I do warn a lot of women, women are more guilty of this than men, but men take it to a different level, where crime is involved. Stalking. We need to stop. Okay, you know what? A lot of women are guilty of is stalking their men on the internet, on social media. Talk about you need to follow me. You know you want him to come follow you. You know you are not interested in him following you now. You know that you are interested in you following him. Okay? Because you know you be seeing all this social. That's why I don't really hang out on social media. And listen, I do look at your messages. I do appreciate your likes and all that, and I do look at any kind of suggestions and everything like that. But at the same, I don't hang out on social media. I don't hang out on on my on my Instagram or anything like that. I don't hang out on Facebook. People send me messages on Facebook, and I don't see them for months or weeks. Colette would see them before I do. Okay, and she'll let me know, and then I'll respond or something like that. But I just I I'm not going to be following my guy around social media to find out what he's doing on social media because like
Yeah. Same.
everybody else, huh?
Yeah. Same as well. Yeah. I know.
Yeah, because I'll tell you three reasons why you shouldn't do it. Perception, one, is the same thing of predictive texting. So when it comes to texting, you don't know the tone of voice that's being used, and so you apply your own tone of what you think is being said and how you think he's saying it, and then you get all offended and bent out of shape. Okay? Colette's laughing. And so social media is exactly the same way because now you might see a lady on there, curves and everything, she's looking all sexy and everything, and you see him put that like button up.
Mm.
Oh, that's what you want, huh? Especially if you have a self-esteem issue or you think the woman is extremely attractive or provocative or whatever whatever verb you want to apply to her, adjective or whatever, and now you sitting there with your feelings, and that boy probably in like everybody else didn't even
Yeah.
look at the page for 2 seconds because most people stay on a page or a photo for about 2 to 5 seconds.
Right.
So he probably done do that, didn't even remember doing it, and you sitting at home or sitting on your phone or ready to go. And the boy be like, huh? What are you
Yeah.
talking about? And don't act dumb, you know what I'm talking about? you know? And now you have an argument so that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons don't do it. Another thing is if you are having that kind of concern about how a person moves on social media, then you might want to check your relationship because trust is also a factor here. And if you do not trust him, then it doesn't matter if he's on social media or not. That's not the problem. The problem is a trust
Yeah.
factor, right? I'm saying. And then the third reason is called privacy.
Right.
In a relationship, they have to be some sort of privacy because before you were there, that person was single, and so you have to realize. And I'm not saying be naive or whatever like that. I'm not
Right.
saying anything like. I'm just saying have those conversations around boundaries and how much privacy is privacy and how much privacy is too much privacy now.
Yeah.
And That way, when you have that clear communication, you know what each other require within the relationship. That way, when you see a person like something, it's a like, and that's it. It's not a
Yeah.
whole chapter in Bible that you just read and ready, to go. So that's why I say about the, when it comes to social media, stop me, stop stalking. But then there's the other side of stalking, which is more criminal side, where people take it and they just go way too far. And another thing too, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
please stop following your boyfriends around or people that
Yeah.
you're dating. Now, especially dating. If you're dating somebody, right? The word, okay, let's analyze the word dating here. If you are dating some person and you're not in a relationship, that means you're dating, not relationship now, dating. There's dating and then there's relationship. Dating, you get to date whoever you want, and he gets to date whoever he wants. Exclusive dating, meaning you guys have agreed now that you're only going to see each other to build a relationship. And then
Hmm.
there's relationship where there's a commitment, and that's where things get, can get murky or not, whatever. But when you're dating only, he's not cheating or she's not cheating, y'all dating. You can see other people. So if you that's not what you are expecting, and that's the word expecting, I'm using it on purpose now because there's requirements and expectations. If you are expecting that when you're dating, that person's only dating you, you might want to have a conversation with that person, let them know. Because the man sitting there having a whole, oh, I can't believe he cheating on me already. and we just started dating. Because you're dating. Okay. So have that conversation as to what your requirements are, what your expectation is in your in a dating situation. So that if you're dating a person to get to know them, know that that means that they're dating other people, other things might happen, they might not even end up with you. Have that clarity. And if you're dating, exclusive dating, also have a conversation around that, saying, you know what, we're not seeing anyone else, we're trying to build here and see where this goes. And then once it gets to a relationship, unless you have an open relationship or something, this is exclusive, okay? So yeah, we have to get away from a lot of these habits that we think is to secure a relationship, and all it's going to do is break it down. Predictive texting. Don't make assumptions, have conversations.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the last one. Um, real men do cry. I don't believe. Oh, let me tell you something.
I would say that this is your favorite part. Favorite podcast.
I,
Always
yes,
this.
embracing vulnerability in relationships. Let me tell you something. If your man cries, right? Three, three things right here, straight off the top. One, he trusts you, that he can have that emotion in front of you and not be judged. Okay. Two, he's a human being. And so he's in contact and connected to his emotions and okay with it. Or that's confidence, okay? So you should be like, damn, okay. Okay. And the third thing is it allows you to be okay with your own emotions around him and know that when you become vulnerable with him, and that you can become vulnerable with him. So that's a beautiful thing. I think I encourage my boys when they were younger to show as much emotions you want to. You upset, you upset. You said, happy, you happy. And that way they know how to express themselves and not have to use the societal idea that men must be strong and not have any kind of emotions and whatever, because a man without emotions now can get abusive. Okay. So we're getting away from that toxic masculinity, and we're championing the vulnerability in relationships. We're going to have this conversation about encouraging and recognizing the importance of men being open, their openness, their emotion expression. We had a lot of groups started up in 2022 during the pandemic between 2020 and 2022 to talk about that whole piece about men not being allowed to express themselves and what that's doing to their community. You know, the vulnerability it encourages trust and strengthens the foundation of a relationship, whether it be platonic or romantic. Recognizing diverse emotions, emotional needs, it aims to define masculinity and promote the healthier relationship dynamics. And we really want to make sure that we encourage men. And I'm talking about men now. And yes, women, and I'm always about, feminism and all that. But right now I'm talking, and feminism has to do with men, vulnerability as well. We want men to be vulnerable and to trust that they can express themselves and their emotions without judgment. And we need to get away from, yeah, we have to encourage men to be vulnerable. Encourage, and from little boys, if you see a little boy fall and he starts to cry, do not tell him, suck it up and be a man. Because he's not a man, he's a child. Okay? And allow him as a human being to express himself. And you can know as a mother or a parent or a person that's guardian whether a child is crying or they, fudging a little bit. And if they're crying and they need that support system, give them the support they need, not a speech. Okay? So I hope as time go on, we, embrace that. A lot of different agencies out there and programs are not suited for men or not even designed for men. So we have a lot of men that are coming forward, especially in the Black community and other cultured communities, to express that and to advocate and promote the idea of allowing your vulnerability to, to come out and to understand it, so that you can express yourself and not feel as though you have to become violent or aggressive to express yourself. There are other ways, and by being vulnerable, it allows you to have conversations and communicate your emotions. That way you don't have to turn to violence. So I encourage vulnerability and embrace it, fellas. Okay, so let's start with some dating apps. We're gonna go through 11 uh, best apps, dating apps that we tried out in 2024 to see how it was, how they did. We're gonna go from best to worst. So these are the best of whatever. I'm gonna share my screen, and we're gonna go through some of the best of 2024. Now they talk about eHarmony being the best for serious relationships. Have you ever used it?
No.
Okay, I have. I've used it. And yeah, there are some people on there. I mean, CEOs, actors, doctors, lawyers, all that. A lot of owners of things, a lot of engineers. And, they're all professionals. But again, people are people. And some were nice, some were not ready to be dating, and some were very inappropriate. So, but it was interesting, but I find it was very high price. So, and I think that that's done purposely so that people that can afford a meal can go out. You get what I'm saying? Like, they want to make sure a certain, which is kind of discrimination, not discrimination, but the inclusive piece is missing a little bit. So I said I'm a woman looking for a man. Then you have to put your email address in to join, and then it goes through. I'm not sure what's going on here. Oops. Yeah, then it goes through. A different. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong page, girl. I'm clicking on the screen. Oh, Lord, I am going to get this right at some point. I am going to get this right. Hold on. Let me see how I can do this. Okay, there we go. All right. So it's number one trusted dating app. 14 minutes, someone can find love. Blah blah blah. Highest quality dating pool. I agree that the quality is really is like extremely. It's great, but you know your pocketbook one thing, and once you join, you can join for free. It's just that if you want to do any kind of cruising or anything like that, or do use any of the features, you do have to pay. And I can't remember how much it is,
Yeah.
but it's a safe one. It's one that people are actually there looking for a relationship. You know, so I like this one. What do you think?
Um. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I think so. I think this would be a good like if you're really I guess it would be more of like for relationships too, right? Like
hmm
serious relationships. And that's what they chose it for too.
Yeah,
Most
and
of it.
yeah, and th- it's a rating of a 4 out of 5. You know, normally 30 and up go on there. It's compatible with your Android and your iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Costs, the pros and cons. Here's some of the pros. So the pros: compatible scores for potential matches, ability to see who views your profile, vice versa. Most used. There's focus on long term matches, as I said. The cons: profile takes forever to build. Oh my god, I was still building, girl, after I was on there for 2 months. I was still building. Almost no capacity with free membership, as I said. You can have a free membership, but you really can't do much with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
A person can see you. That's about it.
Yeah.
So costs, you're not going to find many dating apps that take time and effort from eHarmony requires. Every user needs to create an in-depth profile and take a hefty questionnaire. They're really in-depth with a questionnaire. Complete a lot of questions, image selections, game, all these different things are done with their robotic inbox tests. And so it takes at least half an hour or so or more, depends on what your tolerance is, to complete that profile. And yeah, so but a lot of people do like it. They really do. So let's go on to the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm gonna share my screen again. Stop presenting. Stop sharing. And let's do the next one. Next one is Match.com. We're gonna do
Oh,
that one.
okay.
Match is next, right? Am I right?
Hinge.
Hinge? Well, we're gonna do Match. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, let's do it in order. I did it wrong. Okay, let's stop sharing and you're gonna go on to. There it is, Hinge. Okay, so we're gonna share. We're gonna do Hinge and share. Okay, perfect. So Hinge. I never really heard of this one. Have you heard of this one?
Yeah,
You have?
I did try it, but I
Oh,
didn't go on any dates or anything.
what do you think of it? Like, what do you think of the website and stuff?
I think it was limited for free again. I think it was one of those that was also limited.
Mm,
Um, but me in the whole, honestly, I that like I have tried majority of the apps and I
yeah,
didn't like the idea of the apps. I think for me, I that's when I realized I need to meet someone in person. So
yeah.
it was someone I
Oh,
knew.
there you go. But now they got a mission.
A mission.
Yeah, it says mission. Mission.
Oh,
Girl, you in a like a mission statement. Like a mission, like this is wow. They serious about it. So the heart
yeah.
is of Hinge. Let's see what the mission is. Hinge today. We want to create
Yeah,
a
there are a
less
couple
lonely
things.
world by inspiring intimate in-person connections. I guess that's the mission statement now. They got values too. Look at
Yeah.
that. Oh, relationships at the core of it. I just seem so authentic.
Okay.
Why does it seem very corporate?
I know, right? Maybe that's a lot of their.
Yeah,
Maybe that's people they.
maybe that's what it is. Um, So let's. Interesting. You want to tackle that one about what they say about it?
Yeah, so actually their app rating was 4.5 out of 5.0. So
Mm-hmm.
it's good for,
Oh wow,
um,
that's a high
it,
score.
yeah.
Wow. I guess
Um,
I mean they are. If you look at it, they are serious about it. They have the values, the mission, and the approach. Wow.
yeah, the whole like mission.
Yeah, go on. What's the pros and cons about it?
The pros is limited to encourage thoughtful matches,
Mm-hmm.
um, fresh interface with videos and prompts on profiles, allows you to share dating intentions and relationship type, and last active status to find other active users.
Oh.
And their cons was must sort through matches in order, best
Mm-hmm.
matches hidden behind paywall.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
that's what I didn't like about it too. Right, yeah, you couldn't. You had to pay to see who matched with you or something like that.
Oh wow, it's all about money because this is very very corporate. I'm looking
Hmm.
here. What do you mean pets, huh? Feel free to bring your pet to work. What? Oh, this is their. Oh yes, they actually doing a career thing here. You can look here. Help more
Oh wow.
people find their person. So you come onto a website to look for people. You got to help people find people. And labs. What's the labs about? Research to help find your. This seems so corporate for me.
Yeah.
It's taking the funness about finding dating and making it more like a job. Like
Well,
I know it's a job, girl, but because finding the right person and I'm the same way. You know, I went to
a
the
lot of
whole
interviews.
yeah. You know that I got really annoyed by the end of. You know, I was in that dating thing and I was dating people. You know, I got tired. I showed up. Don't laugh. There was I I had you know this guy asked me out on a date through the app and everything like that, and I went out on a date with him. And but I was tired. I was really tired of it. All these dating. I was tired of dating, and I told him. I said, listen, you know, maybe I can pursue it. We can pursue it another time or something. No, you gotta come on a date with me. I was annoyed. I really was. I was doing gardening in my PJs. So guess what? I showed up in with my PJ bottoms and a sweatshirt. I borrowed my son's truck. Came out with my with my garden shoes
What?
and my dirty
That's
hands.
hilarious.
I'm like, yeah, you want to go for a walk? Okay, let's go for a walk. We went for a walk. Okay, we're done. Okay, perfect. We had our date. And
Oh my goodness.
it was because I got so annoyed. It became a job. It really
Yeah.
did. It became like punch in, punch out. You know, go through all the resumes. You know, this resume looks good. Let me go interview this person. It's like seeking the right employee. It became
Yeah.
that, and that's when I knew this is not for me. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to come off a certain way. And now I'm not enjoying myself. I see it as a job.
Yeah.
And no, it's not for me. And that's why I got away from that. So this, for me, this site, that speaks job. it,
Yeah. It does. That
it
what's
speaks job.
everything
Yeah.
like what color
I,
or nothing.
yeah, I am not about that. Let's go on to the next one. Let's share the next one.
Now,
This
Matt.
Match, I had a lot of success in Match. I like Match. I really do. It's so
Oh yeah.
simple. It's very user friendly. You don't have to pay to use all the features. You can use
Okay.
some of the features and still. So you know they ask for your interest right here. You know who are you interested in? I'm interested in a woman seeking man. Your age group. I'm a lie. That's not my age. I wasn't gonna go down now. I was so let's say, you know, 61. Uh what zone are you in? I'm gonna lie as well. I'm just gonna pick one. Yeah, let's go with that. It's that simple. and you're on to
Yeah.
the next page. Whereas eHarmony would have gone to a whole bunch of things, you
Hmm.
know. And so it goes. I mean, I'm just gonna put in anything um, to 1950. There we go. Oops, that's wrong. Yeah, that's it. That's it. There you go. The name Bob. No, girl. Sue. Let's go Sue. And then the email, and you're done.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's very very simple, and that's why I liked it. By the same time, there were people in every different categories of income in here was on there,
Okay.
and so and you have real people actually. People were real. It was like I'm looking for a date. I'm looking for a hookup. I'm looking for a long term relationship. You knew exactly what you were getting on Match.com. They were, but and it's supposed to be for a serious relationship, but with that increased thing with the internet and everything like that, the only part is the filtering now. The difference between eHarmony and Match.com is that filter, because they filter because you're not going to spend that kind of money and be messing around, right?
Right.
If you're spending that kind of money on eHarmony, you better be there for a serious relationship. But if you're spending the kind of money on Match.com, anybody can show up, okay?
Hmm.
And so that's why it's rated 3.8 out of 5. I like it for flexibility. It's very good to use. Uh, Android, iPhone, whatever. You can even do it on a desktop as well. The pros, of course, free one-on-one sessions with dating coaches,
Oh.
personalized match recommendations, detailed profiles, up to 26 photos you can do. I don't know why people put in some photos. I don't even
I
see
know,
yours.
and it's like from 5 years ago.
Yeah, where did you see all that? Why do people do that? Why do people? You know how many people I had showed up where I
Really?
went on a date, and let me tell you something. One guy, it was hilarious. He literally looked at me. He goes, "You look exactly like your photo." I said, "You don't."
Yeah.
I don't know what year that was, girl, but that was
Yeah.
not him. One guy, I swear to God, I'm telling you, he had his photo that was up.
Yeah.
He was in his. He told me he was in his 40s now. Okay, okay.
Mm.
Uh-uh. There's no way. The photo you were in your 40s. You
Yeah.
got to be in your 60s now, boyfriend. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. If you are in your 40s and you look like what you look like when you show up in front of me, something going on. You need to have a
Yeah.
conversation or something. You
And
need
then
some.
another thing that the guys do, I notice, is that they'll put up pictures with their friends. How am I supposed to know which one's you? You know? Sometimes they'll have a picture with like them and their friends, and it's
Yep.
like,
That is a profile no. Do not put up, and not only that
yeah, like
too.
what happens
Does
if
the
the girl ends up liking your friend?
Yeah, not only that too, does the friend even know that they're up on the a dating website? Imagine the friend is a married person and you walking down the street and say, "Oh, I saw you on Match.com." Well, how the way?
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Yeah.
Stop putting your friends out there with your business. It's not right. And then what else? Oh wait, hold on. I'm sharing the screen and I am I even seeing us? Oh, there we go. And then some cons. The cons about it, though, is that you know you need membership for apps. Best features, if to get all the features, as I said, you do need the membership piece. Not as many active users as the other dating apps because, as I said, it's a lower cost. People don't are not committed to it, and it's time consuming to set up the process, like to set up the whole profile and everything is a little bit time consuming. Um, and it's between eHarmony, um, Hinge, and Match. It pushes the in-depth profile to help serious daters find long-term relationships through compatibility. That's the piece, and it still brings that fun piece that Hinge doesn't drive home too much. It's more personable, and that's why I think I liked it because people were real. I mean, I had a guy literally told me what he was up to, and I was like, "Well, God bless you and have a blessed day." That's not for me, you know. It's it's the fastest growing demographic for 50 people, age 50 range, because now people are like, they know what they want, and you know what you want in your 50s. You either want to have a date, you want to have a mate, or you want to have a situation. Right? You know when you're 50 what you want. And it makes it one of the best sites for people over the age of 50 years old. It's earned that shout out online from different coaches as a solid choice for those people who want to live in that suburb, somehow remote world. Now, and that's another thing too, is that you can carry on great conversations. You can meet friends on, create a friendship. You know, remember you used to have that correspondence thing, like a pen pal or whatever. You can actually have that choice on there. So not, it's not all about dating. There's also that pinpoint pen pal thing where you can meet. Let's say you want to find someone in the community around where you are. You're, not for relationship, more of like, hey, let's go and have a coffee, whether it be same sex or whether you are attracted to same sex or not. You can actually do that too, because some people are just here to meet people in the community, right? That's why it's so diverse, and
Yeah.
it's doing a lot to stand out in the crowd app space. The brand just partnered with Gerbo to give users easy access to background checks and to make match phone to avoid giving out your phone number too early on to strangers. So it's still playing the same thing. Like, you can still like and skip and do the games and match and feel sophisticated and all that, but it's a little bit more real. So I like Match out of all the three that we just. I like Match because at least I get to see a little bit. It's a little bit more transparent. That's the word. Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit more transparent. Let's go on to the next. What's that one? That's so. Just to recap, because we're not gonna get to all of them. You know, we're gonna recap these three. These are three top ones. The best serious relationships are eHarmony and Hinge, and for best for over 50 was Match.com. And we're gonna do one more. I want to do Tinder because that one, yeah, that one. Let me go on here first. Then I'm going to stop sharing and then share my screen one more time. And you know, hey, I never, I never did Tinder. I never did that one.
I don't
Um,
know that, but again, I did wasn't too interested in
you
people on
tried
it,
it?
but
You tried
I
it?
did. I was on Tinder, yeah,
Yeah.
and
What do you think?
it was great until I turned it on when I was at work, and then it was awful. So then I saw people from work that like was on there, and I was like, because it goes from how far you are, your location.
Yeah.
So like how many people are like on Tinder looking for a hookup
Oh, okay.
around
So,
here. So I had turned on at work, so it was like it was showing everyone.
so you know who wants to hook 'em now.
Yeah.
So you're getting the tea without getting the
Yeah.
tea. Okay. That's
So there you
okay. So
go.
yeah, you want to take on that one?
Sure. Um,
Like before you
so
start, I want to see how easy it is to create an account. Oh,
yeah,
oh, they want all your business. Look at that. They want all your business. Look at that. Look, look, look. As soon as you click on that, you either got to log in with your Facebook, your phone number, or your email. Whatever it is, there you have to log in,
yeah.
and you got to download.
Compared to the other
Nah.
three, right? Compared to
Mhm.
the other three, it
Yeah.
wasn't like that.
No, it's a little bit more private. You get to choose your and more in control. This one, your control
Yeah.
is taken away from you right away. Yeah, go on.
So I'll start with the pros of this. The pros, largest largest user base.
Mhm.
Um, can see location of all matches, which I was
Mhm.
talking about earlier, the location,
Yeah.
and free version is excellent.
Mhm.
Um, the cons, most users are looking for something casual,
Mhm.
um, can be superficial due to swiping process, which is
Mhm.
true. Um, Branchy without the honest dialogue seen on other sites,
Oh.
kinky sites, you know. But
Oh.
but it's very, yeah, it's very casual, like casual dates or casual sex.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Tinder is, a place of quantity, not quality.
Interesting. Is it like Plenty of Fish? Remember that?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. So this is a new Plenty of Fish.
No, I haven't.
No, I said, is this the new Plenty of Fish?
Oh, blue belly fish. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It
She's
looks like
like,
it is.
not girl.
Yeah, it says
Now I see on here they have a whole bunch of products. They have the premium features. What's that?
yeah.
I don't know what that is. Stand out with a super like. Oh, wait, what? You get verified?
What? You can get verified on here?
Yeah, it says here increase your chances of matching by 3 times and have a convo that lasts 70% longer. All members get one free super like a month.
I don't
So
like
you
it. They're
get
trying to turn it into like Instagram or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
what is that? That's
But
weird.
clearly, and this looks like their audience. They're trying to grab this younger people.
Younger crowd, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And it says here get 10 more profile views with a tap of the button, maximize your time. So you get this boost one.
Like, why? What does that have to do with dating?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then they have the subscription tiers, like so then you get the ultimate one. What's in that one? I guess
They should have a
likes.
safe sex link too,
Yeah, yeah,
or
right.
something.
And they have a gold one. You can go on. You can see who you like. New top. Ugh. Then you have the platinum. Look at this. Wow. No. Matches before
Passport to my
matching.
location. Is that even safe? Passport to my location?
What? Where did you see
It's
that?
not, if you scroll up, it's
Uh
near
huh.
the top.
Passport to
Passport to
any
any location. Oh,
location.
where?
Oh, what does that mean? Let me see what it means. What is passport mode? With passport mode, you can search by city or draw a pin on the map to connect with others in the city and your choice. Navigate between. So you might not even be in the right city. You're just going. You're so
You
you
can
could.
go anywhere, and no matter where you travel to, you can just
Yeah.
travel.
So
Okay.
I could be in like on like in a I don't know in the
Africa.
Sault Ste. Marie and be talking to
Somewhere.
you in bloody I don't know Ireland and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
you look good today.
I know, I'm visiting for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I visited for 2 weeks. Where you live at?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, don't be doing that. That is not safe. You can virtually be in one city at a time, but you can change your location so you won't even know where I am.
Wait, you can change as many locations. Whoa,
You can
whoa, whoa,
as
whoa,
many
whoa,
times as
whoa.
you like. Please,
People use black
people
people.
you've liked well while using personal may see that word right there.
Yeah.
May see your profile up to 24 hours after you change your location. So you could have changed your location and it still look like you're in the same spot. That is
So
how
wait,
is this
there's
right?
deceitful right from the beginning. Deceitful.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's not
So
transparent.
yeah, serious
Yeah,
relationship. I wouldn't
boo.
recommend
No
this.
wonder you got a 3 point. You
Because
get
right there
a
you're
three.
lying.
I don't like. This is for young people that ain't got.
Yeah.
It's still the brain's still developing at
Yeah.
25.
And they're
Be
gonna teach you that
careful. Be
either.
careful with this. And what is Tender Select? What is this? Tender Select. Look at this. It looks like a nightclub. Tender Select is an exclusive membership that gives you the unbriefed access to absolute best of Tender. Sorry, you are currently not accepting applications. For what?
Oh wow.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
what it is.
that's crazy.
I don't know, but we
I would
don't know.
have to say this site is probably more for people who are ready, like they're
Who are having
familiar with
fun.
the
No,
dating world. You know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
they're exploring. I think
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
exploring their
People,
sexuality, exploring dating, and trying to figure out things. Not a
yeah,
person that is
because they know what they're
seriously,
doing.
yeah,
This
yeah,
is gonna be good for beginners.
yeah. This is for beginners as well as for younger folks. It might be older
Yeah,
folks too that just want to have a good time, but I'm saying, because I do know there are some celebrities that do use it and stuff like that, but if you're looking for a serious relationship, we're gonna recommend the first three.
yeah,
You know, I would, in this article it says uh, eHarmony Hinge match. I would go match eHarmony Hinge for me. What about you?
Oh, it would be eHarmony, Match, and what was the other one?
Hinge.
And then Hinge, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's it. That is, what's going on out there, girl. I am so glad I'm not out there.
What Christian singles?
I am not single. I am very happy about gender
No
relationship.
Christian singles. Remember that one?
That what?
The Christian
Let
singles.
me tell you about that site. Because that was the real quick, real quick, real quick, real quick. I know they. I listen. If there's any Christians on there, they need to go back to church. Okay, they need to go to church because I ain't see no Christians. I ain't found no inappropriate.
Oh really?
Oh
That's
my,
sad.
oh, not for me. I literally was on there for an hour. That was it. And that was good. I deleted my profile.
Oh my
I
goodness.
emailed them and told them to delete my profile and my data. No, it
That's
was
sad.
horrible. And I can't say that's my own critique of it. I'm not saying each to their own. They do what you want. Go and experience for yourself. I'm sure there are some Christians in there. I just didn't find any of them.
Oh my goodness.
I mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Notice it didn't even make the. It didn't
Yeah,
even make. It didn't even make the list
and
at
I said
all.
one of the first ones, no?
Huh?
Was it one of the first
They
ones?
were one of the first ones that came out, and
Yeah.
I think people realized when they got there that were Christians that there were no Christians in the house, and they left.
Mm.
Okay, and then they have a lot of the international platforms too, where you can find people in
Right.
other countries and everything like that. You might want to have a person that that sometimes is an attraction for other people to learn a different language, and you start
Yeah.
out that way, and maybe you start getting attracted to the person that you're with or whatever.
And
I
they fiance.
huh? My new fiance, hey, Winter just followed me.
The
Hey,
apps on him,
Winter,
but I couldn't remember.
huh?
They did mention apps that they were using on there too.
Yeah, some people use eHarmony and Match.com.
Yeah.
That what they were using because you could. That's another thing about eHarmony, Match.com, and Hinge. You could there are different platforms in different countries, so you can actually choose what country. You can actually say I want to meet people in this particular country or whatever,
Right.
and go that way. It's not being exclusive. Is like that's what I'm attracted to, and that's what you're looking for, and that's fine.
Mhm.
So yeah. Hi Winter. Winter follows me on Instagram. I follow her back. I love her journey, of weight loss. So I follow that. But anyways, again, trends are out there. Micro. What was that? Micro what?
Micro flirting.
Micro flirting. I like that one. That's cute. Contra dating, and there are all these different things out there in this app. But whatever you do, whatever you choose, remember to be safe,
Yeah.
be mindful, take care of your mental health, and take care of your safety. And with that, that is the end of the show. I want to thank you, Colette, for sitting in with me on this show. And remember to like and subscribe. You can catch me on YouTube at Embrace Your Edges, or you can catch us on Instagram at embrace_your_edges. And I'm really Sandyford. So you can check me out on any of those platforms. And Colette, where can they find you?
Instagram as well with Collect with Love.
Oh,
So look, Collect with Love is my handle.
yeah. Okay. All right. And so with that, we will catch you next Wednesday. We're going to be live when? What day we're going to be live?
December 11th. So mark your calendars.
Yeah.
Wednesday, December 11th, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we're gonna try to.
8 p.m.
Yeah, we're gonna try to have Sia back on again.
Yeah.
We'll try to see if we can get her. If not, it will be a different show. But we want to deep dive a little bit more into that AI and have people in the audience ask some questions because uh, there was a lot of questions after a lot of people contact me and they were like, "Wow!" And we did get a few comments about you know, the AI, and people were excited about it. Uh, so, you know, let's keep that conversation going. It is coming up to December.
I know,
I'm
yes.
excited
So that,
about
or
December.
will that be our last show before the holidays, you think? Or
I think that will be our last live show before the holidays. I will do a show, a recorded episode for, to celebrate Christmas and the New Year's, and I know, and I really thank everyone for their support. I know for the last couple of weeks or months or so, I have been off and on um, with doing lives, but you know, new year, new things, and maybe can do a little bit more lives in the new year. But right now, I have to just do a couple more recordings and then do that last live for 2024. So thank you so much
don't
for
miss it,
all your
guys.
support.
December 11th.
November, yes,
Yeah, so don't miss it. If
yes,
you miss it,
yes,
that's
yeah.
it.
December 11th is going to be the air date, a day of the day we're going to be live. So again, thank you so much for your support. Continue to check out the previous episodes, like and subscribe to keep my to support and to keep me building and growing. And hopefully, with the book coming out, it's going to come out. That would add to the subscriptions as and get people talking a little bit more and coming here and hearing what we have to say. So with that, we will see you. No, next Wednesday, is it? It will be a Wednesday.
Next one, yeah, December 11th.
It will
Yes,
be it will be December 11th. You will see me live. So
yeah.
I will check you out then. Thanks again, Colette, for everything, and we will see you again. Bye, everybody.
Sit back, get real comfy. Take a second to embrace your edges. Embrace